Did you know there are people making over $70,000 a year with businesses that almost no one is doing but everyone needs? And the best part is, you don't need to be an expert or have a college degree to do them. You just need motivation and the willingness to start. Today on Successful Entrepreneur, I'm going to show you 5 businesses with high demand and very little competition. Businesses that could lead you to financial freedom. So subscribe, hit the like button, and stay until the end,
because I'm going to clearly explain how you can also get started and reach that $70,000 a year, or even more.
Without further ado, let's begin. The lines you see in parking lots, loading zones, crosswalks, or school areas don't just appear like magic. Someone is in charge of painting them precisely to organize the space, ensure safety, and keep things orderly in places where hundreds of people move around daily. Behind these common markings, there's a real, simple, and profitable business opportunity. Line striping isn't just about aesthetics. It's about organization, safety, and compliance with regulations. Without clear lines, chaos takes over any parking lot. And the best part, this is a service with ongoing demand, and very few people do it well. It's the perfect field for someone wanting to start on their own without diving into saturated industries. Starting this kind of business is more accessible than it seems. The initial investment is around $12,000 to $15,000 if you buy all the equipment. A professional line striping machine, traffic-grade paint, stencils, cones, marking tape, and a vehicle to transport the gear. However, many people start by renting the machinery and cut down the costs significantly. But here comes the part we all love, the profits, which are usually very good. A small parking lot, like the one at a neighborhood store, can be charged between $200 and $500. Bigger projects, like malls or schools, can range from $1,000 to $5,000. With just 2 jobs a week averaging $500 each, you can generate $4,000 a month. That's over $40,000 a year. And if you're smart with your expenses, your net profit can be more than 50% of what you bill. In simple terms, the initial investment pays for itself in just a few months. Can you imagine living a comfortable life just painting lines on streets? Well, to make that happen, you'll need to scale up. For that, create a simple but well-optimized website with phrases like line striping in your city or service area. Open a social media account and post photos of your work. Reach out directly to schools, supermarkets, or property managers. Offer quick quotes, clear communication, and punctual service. You'll see how positive reviews do the rest. No need for an office or formal suits. I promise you can achieve the life you've always dreamed of. Let's leave the paint and lines behind and step into restaurant kitchens. Do you know what keeps a commercial kitchen running smoothly? Beyond the chef and fresh ingredients, there's something you don't see. But it's vital. The exhaust hood. If that hood isn't clean, the restaurant risks being fined, shut down, or worse, catching fire. This is where you come in. Professional kitchen hood cleaning isn't a luxury, it's a legal requirement for any restaurant. And although very few people want to do this job, because it's usually done at night and isn't exactly glamorous, the need is there. Constant, urgent, and with very little competition. Starting this business requires an initial investment of around $15,000 to $20,000. The core of the equipment is a hot water pressure washer, which costs around $4,000. You'll also need basic tools like degreasers, industrial vacuums, and specific utensils for the job. About $2,000 more. Finally, you'll need transportation. A reliable used vehicle might cost around $10,000 or less depending on your standards. But here's where it gets interesting. A cleaning job charges between $100 and $200. If you land one job per night, 5 nights a week, you're already making between $2,000 and $4,000 a month. And the best part is, after covering your costs, you could keep almost half as profit. In just a few months, you'll have recovered your investment. From there on, you start seeing real income. Imagine having regular clients who call you every month without lifting a finger. That's how this business works when you offer a professional and reliable service. Restaurants can't skip cleaning, they have to do it. Plus, this job gives you something valuable. Freedom. It's done at night after businesses close, so you get to decide how to organize your time. And if you already know how to use a pressure washer, you're halfway there. So how do you get your first clients? An effective strategy is to visit restaurants in your city in person. Offer a free inspection, pitch a package. The third cleaning is on me if you book the first two. Learn your local hygiene and safety regulations and present yourself as someone who understands what's at stake. Many will say no, but a few will say yes. And those few could be the beginning of a loyal client network that helps you become independent and a successful entrepreneur. Now let's leave the kitchens and check out the next business, one that will never go out of style. Because in every construction site, every festival, every outdoor wedding, there's something that can never be missing. Something that, if it's not there, everyone notices. We're talking about portable restrooms. A service as basic as it is essential, and the best part, you can be the one providing it. This business is about renting portable toilets for events or projects that last days, weeks, or even months. And although it's not glamorous, the truth is that it's always needed. Because at the end of the day, everyone needs a place to go, right? Getting into this business isn't as expensive as you might think. Each new unit costs between $800 and $1,200. You can start with 5 or 10 units, which puts your initial investment between $4,000 and $12,000. If you don't yet have a truck for transport or cleaning, that's okay. You can rent one for deliveries or partner with a company that already handles septic cleaning. That'll cost you around $50 a month per unit. Later, if things go well, you can consider buying your own septic truck and boost your earnings even more. But here's what really grabs attention. Each portable toilet can generate between $100 and $200 a month if rented out for construction sites. With just 10 units, you're already making between $1,000 and $2,000 a month. And if you grow to 50 units, well, you'd be talking about income near $10,000 a month. And events, even better. Festivals, weddings, fairs. In those cases, you can charge between $150 and $300 per day. And if you offer upgraded models with sinks or ventilation, you can raise your prices even more. Imagine having several of those rented out every weekend. Your income multiplies. Why does this business have so much potential? Because it offers something very valuable: stability and freedom. You don't need a degree or professional certification. Just the willingness to work, provide good service, and take care of your equipment. Just imagine how a few plastic toilets could be the financial break you've been needing in your life. But to get there, you have to start from the bottom. First, promote yourself on social media, talk to local event organizers, create attractive packages, and always respond kindly. The key is to make things easy for the client. And if you find this business interesting, there's another one closely related with crazy profit potential, but I'll show you that one at the end. For now, let's move on to our fourth business. What would you do if you found black stains on the wall, noticed a weird smell at home, or started sneezing for no reason? Many don't realize it, but the culprit is often mold. Invisible at first, but with real effects, from property damage to serious respiratory issues. So, who's in charge of getting rid of it? Mold remediation is more than just cleaning. It's about detecting, containing, and eliminating this silent enemy. And in humid areas or places with a history of leaks, the demand for this service keeps growing. Unlike other businesses here, you're not facing a flood of competitors. It's an underexplored but very necessary field. And the best part? Starting doesn't cost as much as you might think. With just $500, you can get the basics: a moisture meter, a mold test kit, and a basic thermal camera. The more advanced equipment, like air purifiers or HEPA vacuums, doesn't need to be bought right away. You can rent them or cover the cost with client down payments. You only need about $500 more for protective supplies like suits, masks, and fungicides. And if you already have a vehicle, your total startup costs might not go beyond $1,000 or $2,000. Now let's talk about what really matters. How much will you earn? A simple job like cleaning a bathroom brings in around $100. But if you're dealing with walls or ceilings, that number quickly jumps to $300 or more. And when mold takes over entire basements, those jobs can bill between $2,000 and $5,000. With just 2 or 3 jobs per week, you can make over $50,000 a year, keeping more than half as net profit. In other words, you'd recover your investment in just a few months. Removing mold isn't just technical work. It's a job with purpose. Its presence affects both homes and health, and by eliminating it, you bring real peace of mind to families. You don't need to be a specialist with a postgraduate degree, just committed and willing to learn. With a short training course and minimal resources, you can start in your own city and build a business that truly matters. To make this business work, you need to be visible. Create a website with local content, activate your Google business profile with real photos and reviews, and promote yourself on social media with before and after pictures. Remember, people believe what they see. Also offer free inspections and educate your clients about the risks of mold. The trust you build today turns into calls tomorrow. Now let's talk about the business I promised you. One that could give you an amazing lifestyle. I'll warn you, it's not exactly many people's dream job, but that's its biggest advantage. Imagine having a business where customers come to you without you having to chase them. Demand is so high that existing companies can't keep up. That's the world of septic tank cleaning, a quiet but absolutely essential service. It's about emptying and maintaining tanks for homes, businesses, and small industries. And even if you can't see it, it's as necessary as the water we use every day. Plus, this business doesn't stop for crises, inflation, or political changes. Because at the end of the day, we all need a working bathroom. And those tanks need to be cleaned sooner or later. And yes, starting isn't free, but it's not unreachable either. What you really need is a solid foundation. A used septic truck costs between $20,000 and $30,000. Add about $200 a day for waste disposal and around $300 for basic tools like hoses, gloves, and protective gear. In total, you might be investing between $22,000 and $32,000. A lot? Maybe. But with financing, support from cooperatives, or government programs, that first step is totally possible. But believe me, if you make that effort, your life can completely change. Each cleaning is billed between $100 and $200 depending on the area. By doing just 2 or 3 jobs a day, 5 days a week, you could be making between $1,000 and $2,000 a week. That's over $70,000 a year. And the best part, up to half of it could remain as clean profit. Many who get into this business are surprised when they start having wait lists. Because demand is real, constant, and far from shrinking, it's growing. But beyond the money, what this opportunity really offers is something deeper. Freedom. The chance to be your own boss, work in your city, control your time, and build something that lasts. And when you're ready to take the next step, growth is within reach. All it takes is a simple website, some ads on social media, and most importantly, always answer, be punctual, ask for reviews, and offer a discount for referrals. That's how word spreads. That's how jobs multiply. Over time, you can add complimentary services like grease trap cleaning or portable toilet rentals. And then, it's no longer just a business. It becomes a driving force for change. Who would have thought something as simple as a septic tank could open so many doors? And with that, we've reached the end. Tell me, which of these businesses would you like to start? Let me know in the comments. If you liked the video, hit like and subscribe. And don't miss our next one. See you next time. See you.